Bore da St Andrews, welcome back. I hope you've had a lovely start to the half term. My assembly today is something that I'm sure you have heard lots and lots about. In fact, if I listen really carefully, I can actually hear some people who are already getting into the spirit of what I'm going to talk to you about. And I know lots of you are really excited too. So I'm going to share my screen with you. And before I tell you all about my assembly, we're going to have a look at this week's phrase of the week. Dim siarad o sgwelwch yn dda, and it means no talking, please. Okay, my assembly is all about bonfire night. Now in Welsh we call it Noson Tân Gwyllt, and that's because you will also hear some people call it fireworks night, and that's because fireworks are really commonly associated with bonfire night. Now lots of things might spring to mind when you hear the word fireworks night or bonfire night. You might be thinking about fireworks displays. Some people go to big fireworks displays, other people have fireworks displays in their gardens, safely of course. Bonfires, some people burn things in their gardens, or you might go to a giant bonfire where you see lots of people burning things, and there is usually a guy thrown on, which is a bit like a straw stuffed dummy. Or you might be thinking about all of the glorious treats that you get to eat around bonfire night, like toffee apples and cinder toffee and things like that. But lots of us don't actually know why we celebrate bonfire night or what it even means. So what is bonfire night? Bonfire Night is celebrated on the 5th of November every year. We celebrate it because a very long time ago, in 1605, a man called Guy Fawkes and some other men decided to try and blow up the English government along with King James I. Guy Fawkes' reason for this attack was because he thought that the government were treating Roman Catholics unfairly, so it was a bit of a religious battle. King James was a Protestant and he had done nothing to stop the cruelty towards the Roman Catholics. Guy Fawkes and his friends really wanted England to be Catholic, so he thought that the best way for this to happen was by blowing up the government with some gunpowder. Did the plan work? Fortunately not. No, the plan did not work as he and his friends were discovered before they could carry out the attack. Guy Fawkes and his friends were imprisoned and sentenced to death for treason. Now, treason is when you are seen to be committing an act, a criminal act, that is against your country, against your queen and country. So why do we actually celebrate it if it was such a horrible plot and the plot was to kill somebody and it didn't work and they got caught and they got sent to prison? Why do we celebrate on that day? It's a really good question. King James wanted to celebrate the fact that he had lived through such a treacherous plot, and therefore he ordered that on November the 5th there should be an official celebration for everyone in Britain. So it was a bit like a victory that the plot didn't go ahead and he managed to survive, and he celebrated the fact that they caught Guy Fawkes and stopped him before he had a chance to blow up the Houses of Parliament with his gunpowder. Now think about how you celebrate bonfire night. Lots of you, like I said, probably celebrate with fireworks. So we celebrate by watching fireworks. Like I said, sometimes that's at home, or sometimes we have fireworks displays in cities. Now that hasn't happened for a few years, but there are some fireworks displays starting to pop back up. So if you're lucky, you might get to watch one of those. If you are having fireworks at home, then just make sure, of course, that that is something that an adult is supervising. You might celebrate by burning a Guy Fawkes model on a bonfire. So lots of people dress up a bit like scarecrows, really, clothes that are stuffed with hay, and they put them on the bonfire and watch them burn. Really commonly, lots of us have sparklers. Now, if you look at this picture, this person's got all of the right gear on. They've got their gloves on to stop their hands from getting burnt, and they're holding the sparkler nice and far away from their face. You might even be lucky enough to eat some bonfire toffee, some toffee apples, or even a jacket potato. So lots of us don't know, but a jacket potato is quite commonly eaten on fireworks night. Now, I have learnt this when I was younger, and it's helped me to remember it. And I'm sure if you ask any of your teachers, they will tell you the same thing. If you ever wonder when bonfire night or fireworks night is going to be held, there's a little rhyme that you can say to yourself to remind yourself of the date. And it goes, Remember, remember the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. And if that sticks with you like it stuck with me, you'll be remembering that in 30 years' time. So I thought we'd have a little quiz, a little bit about fireworks safety, because it's such an amazing night and such a lot of celebrations happen, but we don't want them to get spoiled by somebody doing the wrong thing and ending up hurt. So let's play this quiz in your classes. Get your teacher or maybe today's helper Heather to come and stand by the computer and collect up all of your votes and see which is the most popular answer in your class. Question 1. Who should light fireworks? Is the answer A, anyone? Anyone can have a go. B, an adult. C, a child. Or D, a friend? If you said B, an adult, you are correct. So fireworks legally should only be sold to adults, and they are absolutely only to be used by adults who set them off at a safe distance away from where everybody is watching. Question 2. What should you always wear when using sparklers? I've given you a big clue to this already. Is the answer A, flip-flops? I'm not sure about flip-flops in this cold weather, but you never know. Is it B, a hat to keep your head warm? Is it C, a pair of gloves? Or D, a pair of glasses? You can pause here if you need to. Find the most popular answer in your class. If you said C, gloves, you are correct, because of course we want to protect your hands whilst you are holding onto those sparklers, because they sparkle because they're hot. So we want to make sure nobody gets burnt. Question 3. If a lit firework does not go off, which of these should you do after leaving it for a minute? Should you A, light it again? Should you B, put it in water? C, put it in the bonfire? Or D, put it in the bin? The answer is B, put it in water. Don't try and light it again. Definitely don't throw it onto the bonfire. Don't put it into a bin where it could cause a burn to the bin or start a fire. The answer is put it in water so that it's completely extinguished and it can't go off. Question 4. Which of these should you never wear when you are lighting fireworks? Is the answer A, science goggles? B, shiny shoes? C, baggy jumpers? Or D, pink gloves? If you said C, baggy jumpers, you are correct. And that is because baggy jumpers, unfortunately, can get caught up when you're trying to light your firework, and you might end up setting your clothes on fire and really causing yourself a nasty injury. Question 5. If you are having a bonfire at home, where should it go? A, in the street. B, near trees. C, near a building. Or D, in an open area. The answer is D, in an open area. It should never be close to your homes or close to trees or anything that could accidentally catch on fire. So always in an open area with no one and nothing ideally around it. Question 6. Where should your pets be on bonfire night? Should they be A, left alone? B, put somewhere dark? C, put in the garden? Or D, put in the house? If you said D, in the house, you are correct. Make sure they are definitely not in the garden where they could get themselves injured or they could get very spooked. Definitely not somewhere dark and really not left alone, because animals tend to find fireworks night really stressful because of all the loud noises. Question 7. Is it safe to put fireworks on the bonfire when they have finished going off? Now, I hope that you are all screaming the answer at the screen. Is it A, yes, or is it B, no? Think really carefully. Lots of us have spoken to PC Morgan about how to stay safe on fireworks night, and I'm hoping through my quiz you've learnt a little bit as well. If you are saying B, no, you are absolutely correct. You definitely don't put fireworks on a bonfire when they've finished going off, because it can cause really, really nasty accidents. So when you're finished with your fireworks, you extinguish them in water, and then they can't go off anymore. That is the last question of my quiz. I'm hoping that you got a brilliant score, and if you didn't get a great score, I'm still hoping that you've learned lots and lots about how to stay safe this fireworks night, because we want you to all have a brilliant time and really enjoy it and be able to come back safely to school and tell us all about it. So, happy bonfire night. Nos on tan gwyllt hapus. Maybe you can practice saying nos on tan gwyllt hapus to someone around school, maybe your friends, maybe a teacher. They definitely love to hear it. I am going to leave you with the music of the week, which this week is Sugar Babes, Ugly. And if you haven't remembered, we have also been celebrating the fact that it's anti-bullying week, and there's lots of work going on around school. We are definitely an anti-bullying school at St Andrews, and this song is just a little reminder about how sometimes words can really hurt people. We want to use our words to lift people up and make them feel better, not bring them down. So have a good listen to this song, and I will speak to you the next time that it is one of my assemblies. Da bo chi, St Andrews.
Strange, I noticed that my eyes and hair weren't the same. I asked my parents if I was okay. They said you're more